But look, Villa, fair play. Best side won. Can't deny it. Battered one. Absolute battered one. That's the worst we've played all season. 4-1. 4 goals. 3 times they hit the woodwork. A few shots going wide. I even think our goalkeeper's probably the best player for us. That can to show you just how poor and how really good Aston Villa were. It's a mixture of both. I think Newcastle were absolutely poor. Fair play to Unai Emery. Noticed a weak spot in between Kieran Trippier and Fabian Schär and kept pinging the ball and getting the pace with Watkins up top, stretching the defence. We couldn't cope. We really couldn't cope with it. Not just that, it was several times where they would just spray pass through the middle and it would take out the 3 of our midfield numerous of times, which the defence then had no protection. That was happening over and over, so that's 2 things that Emery's obviously picked up on with Newcastle. Yes, you might say Newcastle looked laggy, they looked tired, but at the end of the day, I'm not bringing up excuses. Newcastle were and I said a better side, they're not. Newcastle were clearly the second best team by a country mile, not even close. A country mile, that's a hiding. Yes, you've only been beaten by 3 goals, but that's a hiding. You may as well give it 6 or 7 the way that performance was today. It just simply wasn't good enough. Obviously, Manchester City won earlier today. Aston Villa have now right up behind us. Villa play Man City next. Newcastle have got to win that game next week against Ipswich. They have to. Thankfully, touch wood. That's metal. Newcastle have got to win that. They've got a game that's a team that's struggling for confidence. So if you're asking for a St James's Park game, you'll pick a side that's in the bottom 3. But Newcastle have to bounce back from that. There's numerous of players who just simply didn't turn up today. Joe Linton was shocking. Bruno was awful. Tonali wasn't at his best. I thought there was nothing from the wings, left or right. Isak barely had a sniff. Fair play to Villa. Fair play. They're absolutely outdone us, Emery. And obviously we wanted Unai Emery. Let's not kid ourselves. It wasn't that long ago that we were trying to get him and prize them away from Villarreal, but you wouldn't leave them in the Champions League last 16, last 8, whatever it was. But the Champions League places are hotting up. It's shit. It's shit all over from Newcastle. Let's not kid ourselves. Fair play to Villa. We've had a bit of stick down the ears between the 2 clubs and what have you. But sometimes you've just got to come away from it and say fair play. They're the better side. Individually, they were miles better. As a team, they were miles better today. The Champions League places are on for Aston Villa. You remember top 5. It's between Newcastle, Man City, Villa, Chelsea. I probably missed one off. But look, it's got to be 2 from 4, isn't it? Or 3 for 4. Forest, that's what I forgot as well. Forest playing Monday night, and obviously both us and Villa will want Forest to get beat. We need Spurs to do a Spursian win, because they are capable of doing that. But look, it's absolutely awful today from Newcastle. It just wasn't good enough. Simply wasn't good enough. Villa were absolutely fantastic. Again, numerous of times. We're going to talk more about it later. We've got scoring the players, which let's not kid ourselves. I don't think many will be getting very high marks, so stay tuned for that. We've got the last word, of course, coming up later on. That might be in the early hours, but we'll get that out here. I'm staying over. I'm heading further down south to the next game, which is the Lancers play Charlton in London. But overall, Villa best in everything today. Everything. I can't come on here and yes, we played well. We got a goal back with Fabian Schär. And he loves scoring goals here. I think this is his 3rd in 3 years here, I believe. But look, simply, Newcastle just not good enough. Simple as that. Not good enough. If Newcastle want to get a hold of trying to get a Champions League place, they have to bounce back and bounce back quick. This might be the wake-up call that they need. Hopefully we'll get Eddie Howe out of hospital later on this week and he's ready for Ipswich. Bad day at the office. Congratulations, Villa. Newcastle were shite.